Hello everyone, my name is Infinity and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course the law of attraction. Today I am going to be doing a twin flame reading for the Twin Flame Collective. So I will be channeling both specific, individual, as well as general collective messages for twin flames or divine counterparts, whichever label you resonate with the most. I'm going to begin today by shuffling the Energy Oracle cards deck. If my voice sounds a little bit slow at the beginning of this reading, I feel this could be a reflection of something in the energies, because when I was lighting my 2 candles for today's reading, I noticed that the flame didn't want to catch. It felt slow to actually catch on the candle wick. And I instantaneously thought that something in this connection might either feel delayed, feel slowed down in some way. There just could be some type of message there. Now, of course, I haven't gotten into the specifics of that yet, just kind of a general intuitive feeling I'm getting. So as I'm shuffling, if you would like me to channel specific individual messages for you and your situation, be sure to click the subscribe button, because by subscribing to this channel, you are actually sharing your energy here along with me. And I am able to pick up on your energy as part of the sort of collective energy on this channel that we all create together. And through doing that, through that energy transfer, I'm able to channel more specific messages for you and for your situation. Also, be sure to set your own intentions for this reading if you feel guided to do so. I do really feel that when all of you powerful, beautiful, creative beings set intentions for these readings, it really does allow me to respond to those intentions and channel clearer messages for all of you. By the way, I do just want to take a moment to say thank you so much for being here with me on this channel. I am truly so grateful for this beautiful community we are building here together. And one card just fell out, so let me collect that. I am going to try to start with at least 3 or 4 cards today, just to give us a general idea of some things that might be going on within the Twin Flame Collective. Although I am recording this reading on Monday, June 28th, please know that all of my readings are timeless. I don't believe in coincidences. So whenever you find this reading, there could be some kind of message here for you somewhere. You know what? I said I was going to try to pull 3 or 4 cards, but you know how it is when we decide something through our logical mind that is not for us or is not the divine intention. And here, my logical mind thought I should pull 3 or 4 cards, and I'm really feeling guided to just start with this one. So, wow guys, I felt a wave of chills when I flipped over this card. This is the 7th chakra card in the reverse position. Now, of course, the 7th chakra is the crown chakra. So this is our connection to the divine within us, as well as those divine forces guiding our life, whatever you connect with personally, whether it's God, the universe, your higher self, your spirit guides. I am feeling guided just to read a little bit about this card before we get into some clarification messages. This card reversed indicates a block to your own intuition and to the potential help and power of the spirit world. And for some reason, when I read that message, I channeled kind of the thought that because your intuition is blocked, because you are blocking your own intuition, or something is blocking your intuition, this is actually cutting you off, of course, not completely, but maybe in some way in the moment, from receiving some kind of divine assistance, help, or power. I'm going to continue reading because I feel there's more messages here. Perhaps you fear opening up to this side of your life, or perhaps it's just something that seems foreign or unrealistic. For some reason, the two words that stood out to me were fear and unrealistic, and I instantaneously heard, specifically connecting to the twin flame connection, that someone I am channeling here, someone's energy that I'm channeling, is blocked in their crown chakra, blocked from accessing their own intuition and even divine assistance right now along this path. But the reason they are blocked is because they are afraid. And part of the reason this person is afraid is because they feel as though something about their twin flame connection in the physical is improbable or unrealistic. There's something about this that is not making sense to the logical mind. So I'm going to see if I can get more clarification. So what is it about this person's twin flame connection that is causing them fear? Why is this person's intuition blocked? Wow, okay, so the card that came out, I asked, why is this person's intuition blocked? And the anxiety card came out in the upright position. I don't normally read this much from the guidebook, but I am feeling guided to just read a little bit more. Worry or distress. The woman on this card is filled with anxiety, worrying about something that causes her a great deal of discomfort, and I instantly heard, I am now connecting specifically with a feminine or divine feminine energy, which of course could be a biological male or female. And this divine feminine has been extremely anxious about what I'm hearing is like a specific situation with her twin flame. So if this is a message for you, you will know because this is a very specific situation that has been causing you worry in regards to this love connection. I want to see if I can get some clarification. So what is this situation that is causing this divine feminine so much distress or anxiety? Why is this divine feminine worrying? I see that this person I'm connecting with may have even had a lot of emotional release around this situation, like crying, like feeling so much intense emotion moving through her. That is kind of what I'm feeling from this person. And when I asked what was causing this divine feminine anxiety, 3 cards came out. Okay, let's read into these 3 cards. I've hardly ever had cards fly as much as these 3, so whoever I'm connecting with, this divine feminine, this is a specific situation that has really been worrying you, and you've been feeling a lot around this situation emotionally, and I know that because the energy of these cards, it's like they just flew out. I feel like this is predominantly the thing that is on your mind more so than anything else. It might even be distracting you from work, from spending time with other people. It's like whatever you try to do to distract yourself, you keep coming back to this point of worry. And so let's read into what this is. Okay, so the first card that flew out was Door to Spirits in the upright position. For some reason, I heard intuition opening, which is weird because the first message was intuition blocked. It's almost this feeling of like, I know what this connection is. I recognize the divinity of this connection. My intuition is open about this connection. But it's almost as though there's this opening of intuition, but then this anxiety comes in, again, about this situation I'm hoping to read more into later. And then it's like, the crown chakra gets blocked again. The intuition gets blocked again. It's like recognizing the divinity of this connection, recognizing you are my twin flame, but then suddenly becoming very afraid and then cutting off that intuitive knowing and blocking oneself in some way. That's kind of the energy I'm getting here. Door to Value in the reverse position. I heard, I know that you're my twin flame, but And then there's like this heavy feeling coming in that is then blocking that knowing. And I want to read a little bit more about this. I feel there could be something in the guidebook. So door to value in the reverse. Okay, here we go. This card reversed signifies a partial or perhaps even potentially complete closing of the door. That is all this card came here to say. It's like door to spirits. This card shows an open door, a wide open door. And then door to value reverse shows a closing or almost completely closed door. So once again, I think I mentioned this or touched on this in a previous reading, but for this divine feminine I'm connecting with, or it could be a masculine, but I feel for many this is a feminine. There is this wide opening of the intuition about this connection, this feeling, this knowing, this absolute 100% knowing, this is my person, this is my twin flame, this path is divine, this is my divine path. And then suddenly something is closing that door again. It's like opening, closing, opening, closing. I think I spoke on this earlier as like a roller coaster of emotions. And for some reason, my throat is starting to feel like a little bit of a tightening, which indicates to me some kind of throat chakra block around this situation. I wonder why that's coming up. I'm going to see if I can read into that. So why is this intuition closing after opening? What is causing this intuition to close after it opens? Okay, attachment in the reverse position. I am learning how to release negative patterns of attachment. Can I get more specifics on these negative patterns of attachment that potentially the divine feminine is releasing? This could also be how a feminine feels about her masculine, feeling like the masculine is learning to release negative patterns of attachment. It could be either energy. In these twin flame readings, the energies are often, in fact, for twin flames, always very mirrored. And so it can be difficult at times to tell whether it's the feminine or the masculine or both in your situation. What is this attachment card reversed? Who is releasing a negative attachment? What negative attachment is being released? Sixth chakra card in the reverse position. So lots of blocks in the upper chakras coming up in this reading. This is the third eye chakra. So yeah, there's something here about intuition about this divine connection being blocked. For some reason I heard, okay, this is a message I heard from a divine feminine listening. I heard a divine feminine saying, I know what this connection is. I know this is a twin flame connection. That door to my intuition, that metaphorical door is wide open. However, it keeps closing again because I am releasing attachments to outcomes in the physical world. I am releasing negative ideas and programs I have about unconditional love that told me that love has to look a certain way in the physical world, that love simply can't be. However, this has been a very painful experience for me, releasing these attachments to outcomes, because so often I want things with you in the physical to look so different than they actually do. Yeah, angel of love upright. I'm learning unconditional love really for the first time. And I'm also strangely hearing like these interferences from other voices, people like friends, family, like other people don't understand this journey I'm on. They are still stuck in this program of conditional love. And these people are trying to tell me that what I'm experiencing isn't a divine connection. For some reason, I'm feeling interference like for this divine feminine, there could even be other people around her causing her to doubt the truth of this connection. I don't feel that will be for everyone. But what I'm also hearing from this feminine is one of those attachments to outcome I am releasing are those expectations of how you should, my masculine should, be acting in the physical world. I see that he is going through this this very deep level awakening process energetically, but sometimes how it looks physically, it's like not happening fast enough, or it doesn't look the way I want it to. Like dots are not connecting, pieces are not connecting. Yeah, there's something here about watching someone else seem to be blocked in their intuition about this connection. It's like the feminine is getting blocked in her own intuition about this connection because either people around her, interferences, or even her masculine in the physical seems to be blocked, seems to not be able to recognize fully in the physical world the divinity of this connection, the truth of this connection, and that is actually causing her to doubt or worry. I know those were kind of high-level, complex messages, but I also do feel whoever needed to hear those messages, I feel you got the message and it came through to you. I also know that that won't be for everyone, and I say this a lot, but as always with my readings, be sure to use your own intuition above all else in really deciding which of these messages are for you and which are for others. So the second card I had pulled with that initial question, what is causing this person or this divine feminine potentially anxiety or distress in regards to this connection? And the first card we discussed is the door to spirit. The second card that flew out was indecision in the reverse. And for some reason with this card, I felt this kind of strange feeling of, I am very decided about this connection, but sometimes I wish I could let it go. It's like this, I hear this person saying that I wish I wasn't so sure that you are my twin flame, that you are my person, like, which sounds weird. Let me kind of clarify that. It's hard to find the physical words to describe this feeling, but it's like, it's this feeling of, I know that you are my twin flame. I know I've recognized all the signs. I've connected all the dots. However, sometimes I try to convince myself I can just let this go. I can just cut this off. I can just move on. But every time I try, I see someone feeling tethered, like physically feeling tethered to this person, to this connection, which of course, as twin flames, if this is your twin flame, you are energetically tethered to one another. So whenever you may try to move on, to cut ties, to let go, you find yourself bouncing back, being drawn back, being pulled back. And deep in your soul, you know there is no decision to be made. Do I stay? Do I leave? This is another message that's been coming up a lot in my recent readings, especially for the feminine, this feeling like some feminines listening are trying to make the decision to leave, but in their heart and soul, they already know they've made the decision to choose this person. Not just in this lifetime, but in every lifetime, they are tethered to this person, and it causes them some kind of pain, or I even heard the word agony, like because this person, I feel them in the physical wanting to cut ties. I just heard be independent, wanting to like let go because they've been hurt in some way. However, in their soul, they are aware of this divine truth. They can't fully disconnect from what their intuition is saying, what it is speaking about the divinity, the eternity of this connection. I know, again, that's kind of a high-level conversation we're having, but I really hope that connected with someone. I'm just taking a deep grounding breath because whoever I am channeling right now, your energies are very intense. Like you are feeling very chaotic. There's been a lot of anxiety. There's been a lot of you resonated with me calling it energetic whiplash, feeling like you're on this roller coaster of emotions kind of vacillating up and down or back and forth about this person or about this connection or about what you should do about it. Yeah, so action came up reversed. It's like, okay, so what I heard, because I asked for clarification on this indecision in the reverse, this person I'm connecting with, again, potentially a divine feminine, is feeling very decisive in her heart and soul about this person. And that is key because I feel in the physical, there could be this manifestation of fear or doubt. And hopefully we can get into the specifics on that later. However, something is causing this to be a period that is stagnant, that feels inactive. I feel like this feminine feels like things either are not moving forward at all in the physical or are not moving forward the way that she expected. The third card that came out when I asked for clarification on this anxiety or these feelings of distress was the third chakra card in the upright position, which is of course the solar plexus chakra. Now, the very first thing I want to say is some of you, if you've been feeling this shift in the solar plexus, this may be manifesting as strange stomach sensations, feelings of stomach pain or stomach issues, or digestive issues or anything like that. This can all be a sign of either an imbalance in the solar plexus or a shifting in the solar plexus. So I do want to see if I can get some more specific messages on this card. I'm actually feeling pulled back to the guidebook, so let's read just a little bit about this solar plexus card. The issues here revolve around emotions of desire and your personal energy. When this card appears upright, it indicates that an increased enthusiasm is present or soon to be on its way. Yeah, I feel some kind of higher self message coming from this card. It's like remain positive because things are shifting, even if things have looked stagnant on a 3D physical level. It's like this divine feminine's or even her masculine's higher self speaking to her about the truth of this situation, telling her things are shifting. It is safe to remain positive and enthusiastic about the future of this connection. I just heard it is safe to know what you know, to trust your intuition. I kind of feel this is this divine feminine's masculine speaking to her on a higher self level, saying, stay positive, stay optimistic. It is safe to trust the future of this connection. It is safe to trust what your intuition knows about me and about the truth of the connection that we share. And again, I feel this is happening all on a very higher self, a soul level. And as I was speaking about that, the card that just flew out is the first chakra, which is of course the root chakra card in the upright position. And I instantly heard, we are building a new foundation together. That is what I heard from this card. And again, I feel these two cards, this third chakra and first chakra upright, is someone's person's higher self coming to them with this message of comfort, saying, you can be optimistic about this. You can trust what you know about this connection. We are building this new foundation together regardless of how things might look in the physical world. That is the message I'm getting from this card. It's also really interesting. We are getting a lot of chakra cards in this reading. I think more so than almost any other reading I've done. I mean, out of the cards I've pulled the 7th chakra, the 6th chakra, 3rd, and 1st. So 4 of the 7 chakras. And this really makes sense because I have felt this energetic shift recently. However, a powerful thing to note about this shift I've been intuitively channeling for twin flames is I feel for many twins, this is a shift that is starting in the invisible, that is beginning where you can't yet see it, that is happening very emotionally, energetically, that is felt but not always seen or manifested yet in the physical. So I just really wanted to note that if any of these messages have been connecting to you. And for twin flames, the energy that is exchanged between them, specifically through all of these 7 chakras, is very in the moment, instantaneous. Twin flames are always deeply, unbreakably, energetically connected even before they meet. This is an eternal, energetic soul connection. And what happens is all of these little shifts and changes, even moment to moment, in one's energy within one of these chakra centers, is felt and responded to unconsciously in the moment by the other twin, because twin flames perfectly mirror one another's energy. So when one twin experiences a shift in the solar plexus in the 3rd chakra in a positive direction, a balancing, The other twin will feel a surge of confidence, of personal power, because that is what the third chakra connects to. And this is just one example. It goes for all 7 chakras. Anytime one twin makes some kind of progress, does some kind of energy work on one chakra center within themselves, their twin flame counterpart feels that shift in harmony instantaneously at the same time, and responds to those shifts without even realizing it. And this energy clearing, energy balancing, energy shifting work is really the most powerful way to deepen our connection in the physical with our twin flame, which is why I am so passionate about chakra clearing, about energy healing, about clearing our own energy in order to deepen this connection with our twin flame in the physical. Because again, our twin flame mirrors our energy. They mirror our blocks, our wounds energetically, and also our healing process. So this is why I have created a twin flame 7 chakra clearing subliminal meditation. When I say subliminal, what I mean is this meditation contains unconscious affirmations. Unconscious meaning the conscious mind cannot hear these affirmations. But because of this, they are capable of bypassing the filter of the conscious mind and making deep, lasting impressions on the energy field, on one's energy. So the purpose of this is to totally reprogram the subconscious mind, which is directly reflected in the energy field, in the energy body, for unconditional love. Because the reason twin flames repel one another, first energetically, and then of course those energetic blocks manifest in physical repelling of one another, and running, chasing, separation, whatever the case may be, the reason this happens is because subconsciously, as a society, we are so programmed away from our natural, intuitive soul understanding of unconditional love. So my purpose through all of my work, through my readings, and through the subliminal meditations and energy clearing tools that I create is really just to reconnect you with your own intuition. And in this case, what your soul knows about the truth of unconditional love. And the closer we get to our source, to our core, the more we release those layers of negative programming and ego that were created as defense mechanisms to survive in a broken society, the more we peel back those layers, the closer we get not only to our divine selves, to our divine path, but also to our divine love reunion, to our twin flame, both on a soul level and then in the physical world as well. So this twin flame 7 chakra clearing will be linked in the pinned comment and the description box under this video, as well as any other subliminals I recommend. You can try out any of these subliminals completely free for 7 days when you create a free trial account on my website, soundandsoulful.com. So what you are looking at on the screen is just showing you a bit more of my website. This is a membership-based site where I've created subliminals for all areas of life to really reprogram your subconscious mind, shift your energy in a powerful way, and allow you to magnetize yourself for whatever you desire to create, shift, or manifest in your life. So as you can see, I have subliminals for physical appearance changes, for mood shifts like confidence and happiness, for material manifestations like business success or money, for love and relationships, and of course for twin flames specifically, I have an entire category of subliminals just for the twin flame path to assist twin flames in clearing, shifting, and balancing the energies between them. So again, you can try out any of these subliminals by creating a free trial account on my website, and all of that information is in the pinned comment and the description box. Okay, so it's really interesting that so far in this reading, normally I like to get just very general messages, at the beginning of these readings and then get into the specifics, but I was already getting a lot of specifics from this divine feminine who really wanted to come through. Again, for some of you, I feel it could be the masculine. I just feel that was the feminine speaking for many of you. So I'm now reshuffling the deck here. Since we've already spoken a bit to the feminine, we might get back later to more specifics on how that feminine energy might be feeling or thinking. However, for now, I really want to get back to the divine masculine. So as you guys know, I like to start with how the divine masculine is feeling in the physical and then move to what he is feeling on a soul level, on a higher self level. So interestingly enough, as I was just speaking, not even trying to pull a card yet, the anxiety card flew out again, which as you guys know was kind of the centerpiece card for the feminine. And what I heard the masculine saying is, I am worried about this too. Even if I present that or show that differently in the physical world, I feel like there is this dynamic here of a feminine energy feeling like she is the only one who cares or worries about this connection or something specific that happened within this connection. But the masculine is saying back to her, or I'm hearing the masculine say, I worry about this too. This is on my mind all the time too, even if I'm not saying that out loud, which of course makes perfect sense because as I just spoke on, twin flames always mirror each other's energy, even each other's emotions, but sometimes the way that these emotions or energy manifest physically can look very different. What is this divine masculine anxious about in the 3D? What is causing this divine masculine anxiety? How is this divine masculine anxious about the connection? For some reason, I heard worried about himself. Okay, so as I said, worried about himself, community in the reverse position came up. I heard I've been feeling really lonely, really disconnected. Why is this masculine feeling worried about himself, being lonely or being disconnected? For some reason, I heard worried about myself not being worthy of your love. I'm not sure if that will ring true for anyone. I feel that won't be everyone. Interesting. The 7th chakra card came up, but this time in the upright position. I heard spiritual awakening, ego death. Like there is a masculine here who has gone through very recently this profound awakening spiritually, or a deepening of a spiritual awakening that has caused him to feel very lonely and disconnected from his physical world, whether or not he is expressing that to his feminine or to anyone. He might be very silent about feeling this way. However, through this awakening, this masculine has become more consciously aware of the divine truth of this soul connection. Yeah, and then the 1st chakra card, the root chakra, came up again, upright. I heard I want to start all over. I want to build a new foundation with you within this connection. I feel like a lot of this is something that this masculine is not saying out loud, but thinking within his own mind. It's so interesting. The root chakra has come up so much here. And the interesting thing with twin flames, and what's so hard for many to understand, including myself along this journey, is that we really long for this manifested foundation of security with our twin flame. But the only way to manifest that security is to actually manifest it within ourselves first, to develop an energetic basis of self-trust, self-security, a strong energetic foundation within ourself that then supports this manifested physical connection with our twin flame. So this is why I've created a root chakra activation subliminal. This is really designed to create this energetic foundation of safety, of security, of self-trust within yourself, so that from that foundation, you can manifest security in all areas of your life, manifest that strong foundation, not just within this twin flame love connection, but in all areas of life. So the link to this root chakra activation is in the pinned comment and description box. Deceit in the reverse position came up here. For some reason I heard, I'm ready to tell the truth, or I'm ready to open up. What is this deceit card reversed trying to tell us in this reading? What is this masculine ready to speak up about? What was this masculine being deceitful about? Was this masculine being deceitful? What is this situation of deceit coming up here? Contract in the upright position. This is really interesting. So a lot of times I tie this contract card to a karmic contract. I'm going to reshuffle some of the cards we pulled earlier because I really want to clear space to bring through, I feel a powerful message coming through about this karmic contract. So interesting. I'm actually going to read a little bit about this deceit card in the reverse to see if I can channel a message to give us a basis for what we're talking about here. Hidden tactics, manipulation, but reversed. This card puts you on notice that the deceit is past, of the past is over or about to end. Interesting. So I feel there is a feminine kind of responding to this situation of potential hidden motives, manipulation, deceit. There is something here that this masculine did, or that the feminine felt that he did, that was either manipulative or deceitful or confusing to say the least. And again, I feel this might not be for everyone, but there was some situation that caused this divine feminine hurt or pain that involved a lie, deceit, confusion, hidden motives, something like that along those lines. And again, I feel this situation caused the feminine a lot of pain. And there is a message here from the masculine in the physical saying, whatever that situation was, I'm done with that. I am done with that situation. I want to wipe the slate clean. There is almost this begging for forgiveness. And again, this won't be for everyone, but whoever this is connecting with, if you are a feminine who your masculine was in some situation or perpetuating some situation of deceit, of lying, there was confusion, this masculine wants you to know this is in the past. I want to wipe this slate clean. I want to move past this. However, with this contract card in the upright position, I hear this card saying, like almost a past energy, like I did those things because I was stuck in this contract, this karmic contract. Now, of course, a karmic contract can literally be a karmic contract with a person, like a romantic third party. It can also be a negative behavior or pattern that is being brought to light in order to be healed. So I want to see how this applies. What is this karmic contract that this masculine was bound in that caused this situation of hurt for the feminine? The thinking man reversed. Through this karmic contract, I had to learn to release my ego. I was drawn to this person or to this situation or to this negative pattern because of superficiality, because of ego. But I'm going through this spiritual awakening, this ego death. I am learning to release my own ego. I want to build this foundation with you now. What is this contract that this masculine was in that caused this situation of hurt for the feminine in the physical world? For some reason, I feel like about to cry. I feel this sense of relief, hesitant relief from a feminine feeling like, can I trust? I feel like a masculine who may have come to this feminine for forgiveness or would be feeling this way in his heart and soul, like begging for forgiveness either with words or with just energy. And I feel a feminine hesitant to accept this new beginning because she has been hurt in some way because of the way that this masculine acted when he was stuck in this karmic contract and when he was acting through ego before he had released his ego. Can I get more messages about this? Clearly, there's a lot of anxiety around this situation because the anxiety card came up again in the upright position. This anxiety is mirrored with both counterparts, and I feel someone needed to know that who might be listening, thinking like, am I the only one who cares? Am I the only one who worries about this in this connection? And that is just your ego speaking, because the truth is this feeling of anxiety is mirrored, just like everything is mirrored between you and your twin. Wow, okay, 2 more cards came out. The broken heart card in the reverse position. I don't want to break your heart anymore. And I heard, I know that I broke your heart with my behavior in the past, with how I acted when I was in a space of ego. And this situation has caused me so much pain, agony, anxiety. I'm pleading with your forgiveness either in words or just energetically. I want to build this new foundation with you. The action card in the upright position came out. I want to move forward, not just energetically, emotionally, but I want this connection to move forward in the physical. There's this strong feeling of doneness with, if you've had a situation with your masculine of there being some kind of hurt or negative pattern or something that he has recently come to you asking for forgiveness about or wanting to move forward, or like, if not with words, like you felt this shift in him. I feel like there is this strong feeling with the masculine, like I am done with that karmic contract. I am done with that person, with that interference, with that pattern. I'm done breaking your heart. I'm done with that situation of deceit. There's this strong feeling of that is in the past. That is kind of the feeling I'm getting from this masculine, a masculine that wants to move forward to manifest this foundation of security with the feminine. Yeah, angel of love upright. For some reason I heard, okay, we're kind of now getting to the masculine's higher self, kind of breaking through here. So we're going to have to switch over to his higher self. But I hear this, I just heard, you teach me through this connection. I am learning unconditional love, but also this deep sadness because it is a love that I have never known. And I specifically now see a child, like as a child, I never knew unconditional love. So when I felt it from you, it felt uncomfortable. It felt foreign. It felt unfamiliar, but I am ready to learn. I'm ready to learn what love, what true love, what divine love is supposed to feel like and look like and be like in the physical. The thinking woman in the reverse position. Okay, I feel with this card, we're actually getting into the divine feminine a little bit, so I might hold off on speaking too much about this card until we get into the divine feminine's energies. This card reversed could represent a difficult time for your own personal growth. You may be feeling confused about your personal purpose or disconnected from your heart's true path. Look within and open up to your own inner guidance. Trust your intuition about what you need to learn in order to move on. The thinking woman reverse could also indicate a woman who is misleading you or giving you misinformation of some sort. Be aware and set boundaries. Remember, your own spirit is always your best guide. This is really interesting. I feel this will not be for everyone, but one message I'm hearing from this card for at least one specific person is there could have been someone in this masculine's life who led him astray, who led him off of what he knew to be true about this connection. I'm feeling for some, this feminine could have been a mother, a family member, a female or feminine energy friend. This also could have been even a romantic third party. If this message is connecting with you, I feel guided to say you already know or are aware of this person's presence in this masculine's life. And this person caused some interference. This could even be part of the karmic contract that this masculine was learning to break. Yeah, third chakra in the reverse position. There's some energy here of this masculine needing to learn to set boundaries or didn't have boundaries with this person. Now, this could actually be, we could also be speaking to a feminine. There is just someone or both in this twin flame connection I am now channeling. Again, won't be everyone, just take it as it resonates. But someone who had someone in their life, potentially a female or feminine energy, who was causing them to doubt something about this connection, causing some kind of interference in this connection. But the reason this was happening is because this person did not have good boundaries with this specific individual, with this female energy. They allowed them to influence how they felt about this connection because they didn't trust their own inner guidance, their own personal power. They weren't confident enough in their own knowing and in themselves. This might be a situation for some of you that is still in the process of being healed. And again, this will not be for everyone listening. Just take it however it connects with you. If this is connecting with you, I strongly feel a block. I even felt a little bit of a stomach ache just as I was speaking, indicating a solar plexus block. There's something here where you may, or your person may, struggle to set strong boundaries with other people, to truly trust your own inner knowing and guidance, and to be confident in what you know. So I've created a subliminal for solar plexus chakra activation that would be really powerful to assist you in shifting that solar plexus imbalance and really helping you to cultivate core deep, soul deep personal power and set strong boundaries with the people around you. So the link to this solar plexus activation is in the pinned comment and description box. Yeah, blossoming abundance in the reverse position. A lot of reverse cards happening here. For some reason, the message that stood out as I was just reading through the guidebook, trying to channel a message from this card is, while this might seem like an ongoing state of affairs, you can still turn things around. Be conscious and responsible. Take action to plant new seeds and nurture your garden with patience and clarity. This cycle will end, and you will, in time, enjoy the fruits of your labor. Because I'm hearing some kind of hopeless energy here. And again, this could be the masculine or the feminine. This is kind of just a random, powerful, but seemingly random side message coming through in this reading. I feel that someone needs to know whatever this situation is, potentially with some outside influence, again, from a feminine or a female energy, causing someone to doubt within this connection, someone having difficulty setting boundaries with this person, or being confident in their knowing about this connection. There's also this feeling of hopelessness, this like, will this situation be able to be shifted? Is it just hopeless? And the message coming in for you, if that message is for you, is that it is never too late to shift the energy of any situation. You get to call the shots in your life. You get to set the intentions for yourself and for your connection. I'm strongly hearing this message of take back your power. Set your intentions, set clear intentions, decide what you want. Learn to lean into your own knowing, to trust your own knowing, not just about this divine love connection, but in all areas of your life. Trust that knowing and set strong boundaries with anyone who tries to lead you away from what your soul knows to be true. That is a very strong message coming in for someone. Also, if you are someone who struggles to set boundaries with others in your life, I have been this kind of person within my life, struggling to set boundaries with people around me, especially people I care about. This is a strong trait for those who are empathic. So know that nothing is wrong with you. Very often, highly sensitive or empathic people have naturally very fluid, energetic boundaries with people around them. It's part of their gift, their ability to sense into what other people are feeling and thinking and to transmute the darkness, the pain of others into light. It's a beautiful gift. But if you are an unconscious empath, or if you are someone who is not fully connected with how energetically fluid your boundaries can be with other people, this can be a very, very exhausting and draining gift as well. So I really recommend establishing a morning meditation practice, a time to clear your energy, to visualize what you want, to set clear intentions for your day and for your life, to tune into yourself before tuning out into the world, into the energy of others. So specifically for this practice, what I use every single morning, and really for me, the most powerful tool I have used in shifting my energy and grounding my energy in the morning, is a 7-chakra clearing subliminal I've created. I know I spoke earlier on my twin flame 7-chakra clearing, but I have a separate subliminal that is generally just for clearing all chakra centers, not just specifically for the twin flame connection, but just when it comes to all areas of life. I personally use this exact subliminal every single morning, and I have since the fall, and since that time, I've really been able to build this platform through clearing and stabilizing and grounding my own energy. So this subliminal for 7-chakra clearing will be linked in the pinned comment and description box if you're interested in exploring more. Okay, so after kind of delivering that little message, I'm going to see if I can speak to more about what this divine feminine could be feeling in the physical world. So Angel of Balance in the reverse. I just heard, I feel so out of whack, or I feel so thrown off. I feel imbalanced, unbalanced. Why is this divine feminine feeling unbalanced in the physical world? Okay, so the yin yang card came up in the upright position. Of course, you guys know if you listen to my readings regularly, I always connect this card to twin flames, directly to the twin flame connection, because the yin and yang represent the perfect balance of feminine and masculine energies within the twin flame connection. For some reason, I heard a divine feminine saying, I feel unbalanced because I know that this is a twin flame connection, because I know that you are my twin flame, but there is like all of this other swirling confusion, doubt, chaos going on within that makes it so painful. That is kind of what I'm hearing from this feminine. And I feel we might almost be done with speaking to this feminine because she already came out earlier in some of the earlier messages. What else is this divine feminine feeling in the physical? Why is this divine feminine feeling unbalanced when it comes to this twin flame connection? Door to value in the reverse. So I'm feeling now that the messages for this divine feminine in the physical are beginning to repeat themselves, which tell me she might be done kind of speaking about how she's feeling, because this door to value reversed already came up earlier for the feminine, just reiterating to us here that this anxiety is coming from knowing that this is a twin flame connection, and yet feeling at times closed off from her own intuition about this situation, feeling like intuition is opening and closing like we were discussing earlier. And again, I feel this strongly could be because of a way that the masculine acted in the physical world, which we kind of got into with that deceit card reversed, this masculine acting in ways that were either manipulative or hurtful in the 3D to the feminine. And whatever this situation was, again, if that connected with you, I feel that this really disconnected this feminine from her knowing about this connection. It's hard to explain. It's like she still knows that this is a divine connection, but out of fear of the future of this connection or how it looks in the physical, she is closing herself off from what her intuition knows to be true. And we really saw that through the chakra, the 6th chakra and the 7th chakra blocks that came out earlier. So yeah, I feel like that is everything from the divine feminine's 3D self, and we already spoke a lot on her earlier. So now I want to hear from this divine feminine's higher self. What is this divine feminine feeling on a higher self level? Okay, guys, so it took me a minute to pull through those messages from this feminine's higher self, but the cards that came out were the 4th chakra card and the 6th chakra card, both in the upright position. Now, of course, the 4th chakra is the heart chakra. I'm just getting chills all over. I'm kind of just basking in the energy of this card before channeling whatever message we're getting from this divine feminine's higher self. But just taking these two cards together, we've got the heart chakra and the intuition, the third eye chakra. I am clearly seeing the truth of this love connection. My heart is opening in a new way. There's some really beautiful energy coming from these cards. I just want to see if I can get clarification. That's interesting. The storm warning card came up. I just heard, I know it's not going to be easy, but I want to weather the storm with you. I feel I'm getting this metaphor of like this divine feminine's higher self seeing this storm raging around her and this masculine in the physical, and it's like a hurricane, but the two of them are in the eye of this hurricane. There is this calm, this peace, this tranquility in the middle of this storm. And together it's like they are standing together in the eye of this hurricane, watching this storm and the physical rage around them, and it doesn't touch them. It doesn't even affect them. On this energetic soul level, again, this is this feminine's higher self speaking, and I'm about to cry. It's like I feel this strong, intense, beautiful love emotion for her masculine that I feel she has been blocking off in the physical because of fear of not being chosen or being hurt. But on a soul level, this storm that's happening doesn't even touch her love for the masculine. It doesn't touch their love. It doesn't touch their connection or their knowing. The card that flew out is, of course, another chakra card, the 2nd chakra card. I just see this feminine, like her energy just lighting up for the masculine through all of these chakra centers. This 2nd chakra is, of course, the sacral chakra, the center of pleasure, of intimacy, of sensual connection. So now we've got the 2nd, 4th, and the 6th chakra, which is something really interesting is 2, 4, 6. Those are very like harmonious, even numbers. And for some reason, I just am getting such strong energy of tranquility, peace in the middle of a storm, just trust, knowing, untouchable love, which I feel in many ways to this feminine who I'm connecting with. This might feel like the entire or complete opposite of how you are feeling or what you are experiencing in the physical. Because I do see this physical 3D storm raging, this confusion, this chaos coming out of a karmic contract, a situation potentially of deceit or manipulation. There's all this hurt going back and forth, all of this confusion. But on this higher self soul level, this feminine just feels this untouchable love, this untouchable knowing, this sensual connection, this opening up energetically of all of these beautiful chakra centers as she connects deeper with her twin flame. I just want to see if there's any more messages here from this divine feminine's higher self, although I feel this was kind of just meant to be a general message of connection, love, knowing, tranquility. But again, I do have to say, I do feel for many listening, this will be a very strong contrast from what you are feeling as a feminine in the physical. So strong that as I'm speaking this, you might be doubting, like, how could my higher self, my soul self, be feeling this way when all of this is going on in the physical world? Community in the upright position. I actually want to read a little bit about this card. I'm getting chills all over from this divine feminine's very powerful, beautiful higher self energy. The lights in this picture represent your ever-present spiritual community as well. I heard a message from this card. It's like in the physical, you feel very lonely. At times, you feel very alone. Sometimes I'm specifically hearing like you feel like the only awakened or spiritual person around you physically. It's like you feel like around you there's like this darkness, and then you're kind of like this light, or you see things differently from everyone around you. However, on a higher self, a soul level, you understand just how spiritually connected you are. You don't feel alone. You feel as though this time of physical isolation in the 3D is allowing the sacred space for beautiful, more fulfilling, and deeper soul connections to be called into your life. And you feel the presence of those soul connections, even if they haven't yet manifested around you physically in the 3D. You may have found that community through online platforms like this, through Instagram, through YouTube. You're finding your people. And although from a physical perspective, at times you might feel very alone, from a soul perspective, you are so grateful that you've broken out of these negative paradigms of thinking, that you've broken out of this so-called matrix, that you have risen into this fifth dimension, into these higher levels of existence, that you have had this spiritual awakening that is now allowing the space for the most beautiful, fulfilling soul connections to come in. Yeah, there's just that really beautiful message. It's almost like this feminine's higher self speaking words of comfort and hope to her very confused and alone 3D physical self. I feel like those are all the messages from this divine feminine's higher self. So now we are going to start speaking to the masculine. So now we are speaking to the divine masculine within the twin flame connection. How is this divine masculine acting in the physical world, in the 3D? What is this divine masculine doing in the physical? Anxiety. Okay, guys, I can tell we're going to get some repetition because I feel we already read into these messages earlier with the deceit card reversed. I'm done with whatever that manipulation, lying, hurt is that I caused the feminine. Man holding a heart reversed. I'm ready to give you my heart. I'm ready to let go of my heart by releasing my ego. And this terrifies me. I hear this masculine self just like terrified by the idea of being so vulnerable. Envy in the upright position. This is a really interesting card. I want to see if I can channel some messages from the guidebook about this one. Lack, dissatisfaction. I've realized that my life without you is so unsatisfying. I'm about to cry. This masculine feels really emotional about this. I was acting from a space of ego, and I caused you a lot of hurt, a lot of pain in the physical world. I caused you confusion. I was afraid to be vulnerable. I was afraid to let go of my heart and to give it to you because of the presence of my ego. But then I realized that none of it is worth anything if I'm not with you. I realized all of those things, those connections, those relationships I had built were nothing to me if you weren't there to share them with me. And because of that, what flew out was the cornucopia card, the 11 card, 1111 in the upright position. I realized that I wanted to manifest this beautiful, abundant future with you, no matter how much I have to sacrifice or let go. In the physical world, I'm ready to sacrifice anything for you in this connection because I know that it's worth it. Regardless of what I'm saying in the physical, I'm realizing my life is worth nothing without you in it, because through connecting with each other, we deepen our connection to the divine. We develop a deeper understanding of what divine love truly is. And then the last card that flew out is woman holding a coin in the upright position. I want to read a little bit about how this card might apply. This card could signal a woman of support or assistance. I feel with this card, it's like I've been afraid to be vulnerable. Like we said earlier, a man holding a heart reversed, to let go of my heart. But I realized I was so dissatisfied in this life without you, and that I want to manifest a beautiful, abundant future physically with you. Within our connection, I want to let you in. I want to allow you to help me. I want to allow you to support me. Meaning that it's like I want your emotional support. I pretended that I didn't need your support. I didn't need you emotionally to be there for me. But now I realize that I do. There's like some message of releasing the ego's need to be hyper independent and allowing this bond of mutual support. Specifically as twin flames, when twin flames open one another, open themselves to one another's support, energetically, emotionally, physically, it allows for this beautiful connection of mutual, unconditional love and support that creates literal magic when it comes to manifesting within their lives. It's why twin flames so often build businesses together, creates amazing things together through joining, aligning their energies energetically, and then manifesting these beautiful things in the physical. And I feel this masculine is ready to release his, I just heard, need to be right, need to control, need to be perceived a certain way, ready to release all of that and allow this divine love to support him and uplift him, to allow them to support and uplift one another. I know this is kind of a complex message, but that is what I hear this divine masculine's physical self saying. So I'm now going to reshuffle these cards and see if we can hear from this divine masculine's higher self. So what does this divine masculine's higher self want to say? Door to value in the reverse position. Interesting. I'm going to actually read a little bit about this card. The hoped for new opportunity may be delayed or possibly even derailed. Don't be disheartened, however. Let your intuition guide you to the next open doorway. In the meantime, open your heart and your mind. Choose to open the doors of these wonderful experiences yourself and find real value there. It's interesting. What I hear from this card is like a divine masculine's higher self looking at this situation where something appears to be delayed or derailed in the physical world that someone in this connection wanted, or that even both wanted, even if both were not saying aloud that they wanted it. Somehow this situation was derailed. For many, I do believe this was because of some kind of situation of hurt or betrayal that was caused by the masculine in the physical, disconnection, whatever it was. I feel this masculine's 3D self feeling very agonized over this situation that he feels that he caused. However, on a higher self level, I hear this masculine's higher self saying to both parties in this connection in the 3D, don't be disheartened that this situation caused a delay or what appears to be a derailment of the manifestation of what you wanted this connection to be in the physical. Why is the divine masculine's higher self saying that neither should be disheartened? Yeah, okay, action in the reverse. So we are talking about something here that did not move forward or appeared stuck in some way. What appeared stuck or delayed or to not be moving forward in some way? Why is this divine masculine saying that neither party in this connection should be concerned that this thing has been derailed or isn't moving forward? The two cards that came out were appreciation reversed and first chakra reversed. I heard, okay, this is a powerful message. This thing happened, this situation happened because, or this thing was delayed because the foundation wasn't right. The foundation of this connection, there was something that needed to be healed. And the only way for this thing to be healed, for this foundation to be built, was for this situation of hurt or betrayal to come to light, or for this disconnection, this temporary physical disconnection to occur. It's like there's some message here of this thing had to happen or had to be delayed in order to allow us both to create this strong foundation. And I actually hear this divine masculine's higher self looking into the future and telling the divine feminine, if we had continued along this course the way we were going without healing this thing, without this thing being brought to light or delayed or whatever the case may be, we would have been building on sand, on a shaky foundation, and eventually the floor would have fallen through. Eventually things would have fallen apart in a worse way. And so it's like this very strange message of, although this has caused us both a lot of anxiety and pain and confusion in the physical, this situation was actually necessary. It had to come to light so that we could build this foundation together. I wanted to say the word bridge, but I'm not sure if that connects for anyone. It's like we had to stabilize our foundation first. And from this new foundation, this new beginning we are building together, we will develop with this appreciation in the reverse, a new appreciation of the powerful love connection that we have. And we will build a foundation that can sustain us for a lifetime rather than just giving us the temporary satisfaction of having that physical manifestation that we thought that we wanted. I know this was kind of a complex message, but I also know whoever needed to hear this will make sense to you. You will know how this connects to your situation. I kind of feel like that is all for the energy oracle cards right now. So I'm going to see if I can go to the Lover's Oracle and bring forth some messages from this divine masculine's higher self. Okay, so what does this divine masculine's higher self want to say? What would this divine masculine's higher self say if he could say anything to the divine feminine? Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Yeah, what I'm really hearing here is for many who are listening to this reading, again, I feel there could have been some situation of hurt, betrayal, some kind of disconnection or separation in some way. And I hear this divine masculine's higher self saying, allow there to be this sacred space. Trust that we are building this new foundation, and in fact, that all of these experiences were divinely intended. We intended to experience even this pain, even this separation, even this disconnection for the purpose of building an even stronger foundation with one another that would sustain this beautiful future we are creating here together. The next card that came out is, the time has come to clear your energy, release your ex. And what I hear from this ex, it's like this could be a person, like a literal ex from your past that you've been holding on to. So I'm hearing this won't be for everyone, but for someone listening, there was a situation where your masculine caused you hurt or pain. And so you started kind of maladaptive daydreaming or like fantasizing about some kind of previous love situation or some other lover and saying like, oh, look how they treated me in the physical. They treated me so well. Like, because you were hurt by your divine masculine, it's like you started kind of diverting your attention or daydreaming about someone else, but it was coming from a space of like hurt. You were hurt by the one you truly loved in the physical. So you started idealizing these other connections, and you're being asked to release all of that. Again, this won't be everyone. This could just be one person listening. But you're asked to realize that those daydreams, those fantasies are coming from a space of hurt, a space of ego. I kind of channeled this idea of hurt activation versus heart activation. And I feel like if this message is connecting with you, you were experiencing this hurt activation that caused you to idealize these other lovers or past relationships or love offers when really you're being asked to turn within, to release everything that has happened in the physical, the hurt, the pain, the confusion, just for a moment, and to sense into what your soul, what your intuition is speaking to you about this person, about this divine love connection, about who your true lover is, because you have the answers within you. It is just your hurt at times, the hurt activation that is causing you to be blocked from your own intuition about this person and situation. Several other cards flew out, by the way. So the first card that came out is soulmates. Yes, this is your soulmates. And within this Romance Angels deck, I always take this card to mean potentially a twin flame connection, because I don't think there is a twin flame card in this deck. So I hear someone that was just doubting. It's like, is this my person? Is this my twin flame? And this card just came in as a confirmation, like, yes, this is a divine soul connection, a divine love connection, and you can trust your knowing about that. But also, two more cards that came out, past life relationship, you have known each other before. I hear this divine masculine's higher self here just saying, like, we have known each other in lifetime after lifetime. We've lived this before. This is just a drop in the bucket of experiences we've had together, and it has all been for our soul's evolution and growth over and over. We learn, we teach each other about unconditional love in lifetime after lifetime. I can sense the eternity, the never-endingness of the connection that we share. And lastly, codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. I feel this codependency card could be referring to those karmic situations we spoke on earlier. This could even be the divine masculine saying, I know that I had addictions that affected our relationship in the 3D or our connection. Addictions either to negative behaviors, to interferences like third parties or other people, addictions to negative thought patterns that cause me to manifest distance, disconnect, or hurt between us in the physical world. What were these? Oh, whoa, two cards just flew out before I could even ask the question. I was going to ask what these addictions or codependencies were in the physical. Envy and door to value in the reverse both came out. So what I'm hearing with these cards is envy, jealousy, insecurity. I heard the grass is always greener, like someone who is insecure within themselves. I'm seeing again that root chakra wound, insecure within themselves. And so they manifested insecurity or attracted situations of insecurity within their relationships. With door to value reversed, I hear, I caused you to feel worthless. And I'm sorry, because you were always, and the card that flew out is the goddess of the moon. You were always my goddess. You were always this powerful, divine, feminine energy, and I didn't respect that because I was afraid. Storm warning also came up. Yeah, these addictions or codependencies or whatever it was, it caused chaos, manifested chaos between us in the physical. What else does this divine masculine's higher self want the feminine to know? What would this divine masculine's higher self say to the divine feminine, if he could say anything? Within the next few months, what is going to happen within the next few months, within this love connection? The card that came out is love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. What I'm hearing is potentially someone dealing with codependencies, addictions to negative cycles, thought habits, behaviors. But within the next few months, there's going to be some kind of powerful shift. The only way this shift can happen is if we both choose to cultivate our own inner self-love. We both clear our own energy. We both learn to reconnect with ourselves in a more powerful way. So I'm asking you to do that, to cultivate deeper self-love. And I will do the same. We will reflect those shifts in one another. And within the next few months, we will see manifested evidence of this shift that we are making within ourselves that comes through the portal of self-love. I'm almost seeing self-love being like this key that opens a door within the next few months to some kind of new beginning or shift. But it's like that self-love is the key. And lastly, the final card that came out from this masculine's higher self is a woman holding a heart in the upright position. And I clearly just heard, and remember through all of this, you have always and only held my heart. I feel like that is a very settled place to end this reading. I really hope these messages reached whoever needed to hear them at this time. Please remember that this is a general reading, so not every message here will likely be intended for you specifically. So always use your own intuition in determining which messages are for you and which are for others. To access any of the subliminals I recommended during this reading, you can click any of the links in the pinned comment or description box, and you can try out any of these completely free by creating a free trial account on my website, soundandsoulful.com. If I do resonate with you, please do subscribe to this channel, join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. Sometimes on Instagram, I post energy updates with more detailed information in my posts for Twin Flames, and I also occasionally do random card pulls for specific individuals who follow me on Instagram. So be sure to follow me there if you'd like more in-depth information on you and on your connection and on the Twin Flame collective shifts and energy. Thank you so much for being part of this reading today. I always say this, but by being here, you are literally co-creating all of this knowledge, all of this information, all of these channeled messages along with me. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, magical rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next reading.